According to Jeff Snyder, now he has just reported recently that Daisy Ridley playing Rey will become the new Obi-Wan Kenobi figure in the recently announced trilogy, Star Wars trilogy that is going to be penned by Simon Kinberg. I actually saw this report, I think, 2 days back. I just never really took it that seriously, but one of my viewers asked me to look into this whole situation and talk about it. Now, the thing here is that this report claims that Daisy Ridley will return as Rey as an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure in the recently announced Star Wars trilogy that will be written by Simon Kinberg as well as being produced by President Kathleen Kennedy. Now, this woman is the genesis of the failure of Star Wars. She is the one that has destroyed the franchise from within. Literally, she has messed this franchise and put it into its early grave. The reality is that this doesn't surprise me at all. A few days back it was reported that Simon Kinberg was hired to pen the new trilogy. And if you don't know much about Simon Kinberg, this man is a disaster of a writer. He's the one that wrote one of the biggest flops in Marvel, not just Marvel, but in comic history. The movie called X-Men: A Dark Phoenix. So that film lost hundreds of millions of dollars for 20th Fox Century at the time when they were still in business. Now, the reality is that they bring this guy in to pen a trilogy for Star Wars. This is just not going to work by any stretch of the imagination. Now, the man Jeff Snyder, he is a very well known guy in the Star Wars community. When he says things, it tends to always happen most of the time. So he shared this in his in Snyder news outlet, sorry, newsletter outlet. That's his that he's hearing that Lucasfilm will position this chick, Daisy Ridley's Rey, as now the centerpiece, kind of like master-like figure going forward. That she will become similar to Obi-Wan Kenobi going forward. And furthermore, he says this that I'm hearing that Daisy Ridley will come back for these new Star Wars movies, and her Rey will be positioned as the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the new trilogy. And not only did Snyder claim that Ridley will play a key role in this trilogy, but he also even claimed that Shamin Obe-Chinoy, that is supposed to direct this film, will see Daisy Ridley's Rey create a new Jedi Order, and it's still on track to happen. This is another messed up idea that these morons at Lucasfilm want to bring into reality. He even reveals that while screenwriter Stephen Knight has exited this project, Lucasfilm recently hired a new writer to replace him, albeit he's also shared his opinion that given the seemingly redundancy with Ridley's Rey's acting as a mentor, he wonders if Shamin Obe-Chinoy's movie would ultimately come to fruition. This is not looking good whatsoever. Now, Jeff Snyder shares that his belief is that this trilogy is the last hurrah for Kathleen Kennedy and Disney's CEO Bob Iger when it comes to Star Wars. I remember, this man Bob Iger is stepping down. He's stepping down in about, I would say, a year and a half from now. I wouldn't even say it's up to a year and a half. I would say about a year and 2 months because he's stepping down, I think, January 2026. So you're looking at a year and 2 months from now. That's when Bob Iger is supposed to, step down and move away from Disney and they get a new CEO. So this is a huge problem for the studio right now, having to deal with these people that do not know what the hell they are doing. But for now, this is the report that has popped out. I don't know whether this is going to happen. It's not looking good, but if it eventually happens the way I am seeing it here, this is one of the worst decisions that will happen for Star Wars. I know The Acolyte is a terrible disaster and is the worst thing that's happened to Star Wars, but this will take the cake. having this lady that, no, not Daisy as an actress, but at least the Ray character that people do not like as the main, mentor character will be a disaster. Share your thoughts down below, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do like our content. Follow us here on our YouTube channel. I'll see you guys very much next time.